Miley Cyrus, who was raised in front of the world, has learned a valuable lesson the hard way. Significant things don't always have to be loud. That reality stands at the center of her engagement to musician Max Morando. A love that has unfolded not through headlines, but through intention, patience, and shared creative ground. Sources close to the pair indicate that engagement was never meant to be a public spectacle. There were no spectacular announcements, no social media countdowns, and no meticulously choreographed revelation. Instead, the moment quietly arose when Miley went out wearing a diamond ring, a discreet affirmation that communicated volumes without a single word. Those who know Miley say this chapter feels drastically different from her previous, not because of age alone, but because of insight. Proving anything is no longer relevant. There's no need to hurry or act joyfully. There's relief in silence with Max, something Miley used to find difficult to guard. Max Morando, a drummer and producer heavily steeped in the alternative music scene, has never sought the spotlight Miley naturally attracts. Friends describe him as grounded, thoughtful, and creative in a way that complements rather than competes with her enthusiasm. Their friendship apparently blossomed from long chats, late-night studio sessions, and a mutual philosophy that art should be honest even when life is messy. Their professional partnerships were natural rather than planned. Music became a language they both understood before the rest of the world needed to. Working together, according to insiders, increased their emotional trust and taught them how to communicate via openness rather than control. What jumps out most to others around them is how thoughtfully the engagement decision was made. It was not a response to popular expectations, pressure, or nostalgia. It followed years of living together, creating together, and enduring life's quieter struggles side by side. The proposal itself, according to sources, echoed that same simplicity, intimate, meaningful, and anchored in emotional safety. Miley has spoken before on the necessity of deciding what elements of her life stay her own. This engagement reflects that barrier. It is not a reinvention of who she is, but a continuance, a woman who has learned that love does not have to hurt to be real. A commitment does not have to feel like sacrifice. There is no rush towards a wedding, no urgency to determine the next step for public consumption. The peace she now carries is what matters. According to people who are close to her, Miley seems to be settled in a way that feels earned after years of metamorphosis, grief, and rebirth. Fairy tales and redemption stories have nothing to do with this engagement. It is about growth, about choosing a spouse who meets you where you are, not where the world believes you should be. And that might be the most intimate triumph of all for Miley Cyrus. Because involvement is not a headline chasing a moment. After years of learning who to love, who to trust, and who to become, this modest pledge was made. This engagement isn't about chasing a dream or fixing the past. It comes from a place of certainty, built through patience, honesty, and shared silence. Miley hasn't arrived here by accident. She chose this life carefully. With Max Morando, love feels safe, intentional, and unforced. And for once, the future doesn't feel loud. It feels right.